Aaron Heinzelman here with D2Football.com. I'm on the phone with Dr. Bob Boerigter, the Commissioner of the MIAA. Dr. Bob, as he's known to many, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. My pleasure to be with you.
Let's get right into the business at hand. I know on the top of a lot of minds of MIAA fans these days is conference expansion. Something that you kind of got thrown into when you took over the reins as a MIAA commissioner recently. Something that, well, you were obviously familiar with it being at Northwest Missouri. Tell me about expansion, and was the conference broken? Did it need to be fixed, or why exactly expansion? Why now, and just why?
Okay, well that's a good question that a lot of people asked and have been answered by our CEOs a number of times. It is interesting that when the last flurry of expansion was occurring in Division I, a lot of things were happening also at the Division II level. Our presidents were of the belief that a bigger league would provide a stronger league. It would provide more financial resources for the league. In addition to that, it would provide more competitive opportunities across the board for all of our teams in all of our sports. Certainly everybody was fielding a football team, but not everybody was fielding men's and women's tennis teams. And so by bringing more schools into the league, it would help provide more competitive opportunities in a number of our sports. In addition to that, by expanding our footprint, our president truly believed it would expand the exposure and potential for student recruitment for all of their schools. So we have proceeded now to move up into Nebraska, into the St. Louis area, into the Oklahoma City area, etc. And they really feel that this will enhance their institutions overall. So that was another factor with it. With conference expansion also comes the opportunity for hopefully cost containment, because you are filling up hopefully a greater percentage of your schedule with conference games. And when you fill up a greater percentage of your schedule with conference games, then you can budget more accurately each year as to what it's going to cost you for your travel. Whereas non-conference travel, of course, is pretty difficult to determine. One year it may be, you may have a lot of home games. The next year you may have an inordinate amount of road games, and so your budget is impacted. So all of those factors were involved with our CEO's decision to move the league to 16 members.
Now, with the departure of UNO, kind of a big shock to the conference earlier this year. Has there been any progress in getting a replacement for UNO and getting back to 16 teams?
Yes and no. We did go ahead and have conversations with a number of Division II schools that kind of were within our geographical footprint. But as you're aware, all of the schools basically in Division II within our geographical footprint are already established in current conferences. And so we had some nice conversations, et cetera, but there are not schools looking to leave those good, stable situations to come to the MIAA, even though they enjoy competing against us in a non-conference manner. So the president, at this particular point, just decided that maybe we just need to let the dust settle. And so they have gone on record as saying that in 12-13 and in 13-14, we will be a 15-school league for those 2 years. And so that's what we intend to be. Now, after that, we certainly would like to get to 16 schools. But who knows what might happen by that point. But that's our strategy and our plan in place at this moment.
You talked a little bit about the non-conference games as opposed to in-conference games. When it comes to football, I know a lot of fans, especially on the D2Football.com message board, are really a bit upset that we seem to be getting rid of non-conference games in football. Is that going to stay true with the departure of UNO in coming years? Because I know with UNO we had all conference all the time. With that team gone, is there going to be that open week, or are we redoing the schedule to keep it all conference?
Okay, we are not redoing the schedule. What we simply have done is, of course, we had put the schedules together for like the next 8 years, and we're going to let those stand in place for a few years. And so we will have, for the next 2 years in the MIAA, an imbalance from the standpoint that we will have 4 of our schools will have 11 conference games, and then 11 of our schools will just have 10 conference games. And certainly those schools will be out looking, trying to find a non-conference opponent. Now, with all due respect to the wonderful Division II fans, they've never sat in an athletics director's chair like I have. And so they think it's very easy to go out and find a non-conference opponent. And that really is not the case. And particularly when you have 11 schools playing football like we did at one point here in the MIAA, it still takes 11 weeks to play your 10 games, and so those buys don't always fall at opportune times. I think the fans really need to understand that the athletic administrators and the conference as a whole really looked at that very, very seriously and carefully. I remember a moment where we had all 16 schools in the room, and a lot of people said we'd love to open the season with a non-conference opponent. We know the value of that for regional rankings. We know the interest in it for fans, etc. And we went around the room, and virtually 50% of the athletic directors could not come up with good options for them for non-conference games. And as a result, the group made the decision that perhaps it was just best for us to play an inclusive schedule, and so that's what the determination was made. I know that's not popular everywhere, but there's good sound reasonings behind that particular decision.
Now let's move on from conference expansion, talk about some other things going on in the MIAA, specifically with football. With MIAA TV, the network debuts its 2011 season tonight. Talk about how that has impacted the conference and the football programs, and what kind of things it's doing for the teams.
We think that it's really helped in terms of recruitment and exposure, not only within the region but nationwide. We have to really pretty much rely on anecdotal information that coaches have told us that they've gone into some areas just kind of at the edge of our regions or further out, and student athletes had heard of the MIAA because they had seen us on TV. Perhaps in some other years when they had gone into those geographical areas, people needed educating. Where's your school at? Who's in your league, etc. So we think that that's really helped us in terms of that kind of exposure. We know we have the potential to be in 1.3 million homes every time the MIAA TV Network is on TV, and we also know that we had a rating. So we know that a good number of people are indeed tuning in to the MIAA. So what it's done specifically for each sport, for each program, I'm not sure about that, but overall, as the league goes, it has been a very, very popular thing.
Now, another thing new in the last couple of years has been the online streaming of the football games through the America One network. Now, a question here on my blog from D2Football.com user Papa Mule says, it's of great importance that acceptable game footage is available to stream from each venue. What is being done or can be done to provide fans an outlet to view MIAA games in a reasonable quality? A good example is the poor video quality from America One. Is the conference happy with the quality America One is putting out, and is there any plans of changing in the future?
Well, we've got a good contract with America One, and they've been a good partner with us. Now, that question is timely from the standpoint we just had our first weekend of games, and we had a number of concerns and complaints that came our way. And of course, when people are frustrated, they'll either contact their school, they'll contact the company, or they'll contact the MIAA. And we did have a conference call today with America One. Their chief technological officer was on the call, and we talked about a number of those things, and there were some issues and some problems, and we believe they're being addressed. So I'm hoping that after week 2 and week 3, the complaints will be fewer, and people feel a bit better about it. So hopefully those quality issues are being addressed, and that is being improved.
Now, as a fan myself of all D2, I tend to check out other games from other conferences around the country, and several conferences have what seems to be an agreement or something with a website or a service, Penn Atlantic, that offers free games. How does the MIAA justify charging for their games when others can get live streaming football for free?
Well, the only way for me to really honestly answer that is to talk about Penn Atlantic, and they are a past partner of ours. And unfortunately, we contractual difficulties with them, and as a result, we had to eliminate that partnership. So what's happening in terms of paying for this thing is not an uncommon thing, but we think that the America One business model is working for us, and unfortunately, Panhellenic is not an option for us right now for a number of reasons.
Now, new this year, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't checked it out yet, but I plan to, especially if what I'm hearing is right. As opposed to buying single games, the day pass is good for all MIAA games. Is that right?
That is correct. Every game. In addition to that, they have some nice features within that picture-in-picture feature that you can watch like 4 or 5 games at one time.
Ooh.
And they have video on demand that you should, after this weekend, you should be able to access any game that's been in there. And so even though the costs have gone up, we believe the services and the availability has been enhanced significantly.
Now, again, I haven't checked out a game through America One. Is there? And I've seen some streaming video of football games I've watched is just purely a video feed. Is there audio along with these games?
In most cases, there is audio. In most cases, the campus will provide either a student radio station or their regular play-by-play to plug right in. So you're listening to the home play-by-play announcer as you're watching the game in action. One thing I would mention that we had this problem with when we had Panhellenic as our provider, as we did with America One. There are some people that like to take their computer and plug it into a big screen 52-inch TV set to watch it.
Sure.
And in some cases they have that capability, but we have been advised these video streams are designed to go really through the computer, and so when people make that transition, there is going to be a loss of quality. And so some people have to keep that in mind because it's just not quite the same as watching on TV.
Now, with the expansion coming in full circle next year, is it your belief that when talking specifically about football, the additions of teams sort of on the bottom end of Division II, like Lincoln or Southwest Baptist, and then some better teams that have shown some progress in the last couple of years, like Kearney and Central Oklahoma, do you believe it's a stronger conference football-wise?
Well, we believe the MIAA is a very, very strong football conference, and everybody is continually evolving. And let's say what it is. Nebraska-Omaha's departure did not help us in terms of football strength because they had perennially a very, very strong football program. And so with them no longer on the schedule, that either creates a bye or you're going to be filling in with another opponent that may not be quite as strong. But Southwest Baptist has upgraded their program, and we do think still night in, night out, when you go out and play MIAA football, you're going to have a challenge there. There's just no question about that.
All right, Dr. Bob Boerigter, the commissioner of the MIAA. We're running out of time here. I'm limited to 15 minutes by YouTube, where I upload these videos. I do appreciate you talking with me today, and I hope to talk to you again this season, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on today.
All right, have a great day.